How are you, YouTube? Welcome back to American Heritage Guitars. Except this time, I'm out and about clearing my head. I'm at one of my favorite spots. So I figured I'd bring you along on a little journey. Show you some of the stuff about the original main line that I'm standing on. And where the old spur line used to cut off. I'm in the middle of writing a song about the Illinois Central Railroad. Now, in 99 going into early 2000, merger, which correct term is, buyout, but Illinois Central Railroad was, or IC, was bought out by Canada, which I have nothing wrong with Canadians, but as an American and as family members who fought for the, Revolutionary War, 1776, took 10 years to gain independence, pushed them all the way back, and all of a sudden, Britain owns Canada. Most people don't know that, but anyways, I won't get political, but it's just sad to see that it's not owned by American hands on American soil anymore. And they don't take care of the rails, the people who are in charge now don't give a shit. I wish I could show you the roundhouse I live by where it is, but it's no longer there. It was torn down in the early 80s. Eventually we'll take you to my hometown. I'm not going to be starting Chasing Ghosts just yet, the docu-series I was talking about. I'm not going to start that just yet. We'll probably wait a little bit for that. We've got to, in order to do Chasing Ghosts right and to tie in with the railroad, we have to start with where it all began. My grandfather, sadly, has passed away 21 years this year. My grandmother's still living, so I hope to get with her. Today's 70 degrees, and we're going back down in the 40s and 50s again. So, cut off. I'm enjoying myself. But I figured I'd just show you some little tidbits. So I'll keep flipping this around every now and then. We'll give you a view of me walking. But this is where an old culvert system used to be. Don't know how well you guys can see it. So there's one right down there, and then there's the other one. It's right about, you can see it, the edge. Right there. I walked all the way down here. This summer I might get down there. If it gets dry, it says it's supposed to this year, and try to walk in this and see if we can't find any remnants of anything from the railroad. And then the other one, because the trains come right across here. Oh, there's choo-choo now. So the other one comes out. I don't want to fall. Right over there. I don't know how the trains get down these rails, because look, they've tried to weld it and patch it here. Over here. I don't know how they do it. The rails are split here. There's so much damage to these rails going down, it's not even funny. You can cause major derailment. I mean, it's all down there. This has been pulled back. Tried to weld it. Oops, pulled back. They tried to weld it. I hear the train, so they sometimes use this line. This is the original main line. Sometimes try to use it. Like I said, I'm trying to speak up for you guys. I don't have my boom mic. I didn't bring my ring light. I didn't think about doing this, but, I'll flip myself back around here in a minute. But this is where I come out to get away. We're only about a half mile outside of town. But the further I walk this way and get 20 minutes out of town, the quieter it usually gets. Train must be coming back on the opposite side. Like I said, I don't know how half the time they use these rails, but it's been neglected. There's just so many D-lams, so much, track separation. There's one part, I don't remember where it is, it's probably about another, mile up. I'm trying to look for it again. That's just completely peeled up and separated. That's not it. And crooked, but they haven't fixed it. They put the hopper cars down. This is where the main line would split off to the spur line. So the only thing that's left from that is these ties right here. So that would split off. You take these ties, that would split off that direction, and it would split off right here too. There used to be a service yard out here, so if the you can still see right here, it's like I said, split off this way, it's split off over here. I'm listening for that train. I hope it don't come down here. I don't know how it does without derailing, but they had some hopper cars, grain cars, about right up there, about halfway up where I walk. But as you can see, there's no remnants left of what used to survive at all. So with that said, I'm waiting for new guitar cables to come in. I got Fender 10 footers, so they're nice and thick. I'm also waiting on a pedal to come in. I have a friend of mine, Palmetto Pedals. Go check him out on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Lives in Florida. Really cool, awesome young cat. And he makes pedals. So he's in the middle of doing a pedal. It is said that Waylon Jennings used to use an MXR 90. And then he used a different company, I can't remember the name of it too, for his nice twangy when he picked. Phaser effect he'd always use. He didn't use anything other than his phasers. But this one is by I'm reluctant, but they say it's the best. So it is a company called Joyo Pedals, and of course they're from Japan. I've never used a Japanese pedal. Now most parts, are either Japanese, Russian, depending on, what you're building and using and stuff. But, yeah, there's nothing left right here to show you. Anyways, so, but I'm waiting on a new pedal to come in. This is supposed to be as close sounding as an MXR 90. One of the reasons why I didn't get an MXR 90 is because they're pricey as fuck. Back in the day, way back in the day when I was playing, I used to get my Crybaby Wahs. I don't have any pedals left. We're starting fresh. We're starting new. But I checked out Crybaby Wahs. They're still making them, which is awesome. One of my favorites for little, dive bomb parts and getting a little silly. Those are still in between 90 to, 125, 175 bucks. So I'm trying to hunt a collector down that has, an original old school one, that I can use, maybe get for like, the 50, 60 bucks. I'm trying to find somebody who might have an MXR they don't use anymore, like an original one from the either 70s, late 80s, early 90s. I'm trying to talk because the further out I get from town, the windier it's going to get. The wind's kind of whipping today. So I'm staying at one of my spots where I took my daughter's photos, this little pad here. 2 years ago when she came to visit, we stayed right in this spot and took her photos. But this is my main logo spot that you see. I stood right here and took it that way. And then took one this way, but I walked around the bend that way. But, about this point, we're about a mile out of town. It's Illinois, flat country, so it's not too pretty. We're kind of getting out in the holler spots and all that. But anyway, so I'll come back with another video. We'll give that pedal a test run, try to get it dialed in. Now it is going to be different because I don't have a 6-stringer. We are doing a cigar box guitar, so it is going to sound different. So, yeah, we'll give it a shot though. Yeah, here's just a lone piece of rail sitting here. This is pretty much my view looking my way. There's that piece of rail just sitting there. It's about as about as crooked as a politician. But yeah, so we're going to give that a try out for now. You know, my hopes are before the year is out to at least get a 6-string. I'm still going to play cigar box guitars. But I really want to get, you know, a 50s telly to commemorate the one that started it all for me when I was a kid that was sadly destroyed by a bunch of drunks. As a funny, haha, we're going to play rock stars. So I haven't touched a telly. Well, a telly. I haven't touched a telly in, you know, almost 20 years. I used to have my Fender Fat Strat. And sadly, I sold that years ago when life was just rough and things were, you know, going on. Which now I kick myself in the ass. But so I'm pretty much, when it comes to guitars, you know, I've played Les Pauls, my tattoo I've showed you, my Sunburst, and my Flying V that we painted Mopar Hemi engine blue, or turquoise as people call it. That's the tattoo on my right arm. Trying not to fall here. I'm with you guys right now, so I can't pick up more spikes to bring home to build for my cigar box guitars to use as bridges. Or saddles, whichever. But yeah, this is gonna be the randomest video ever, but this is gonna be the teaser of tying in Chasing Ghosts. That's the docu-series. I don't know how many parts it's gonna be because I don't have a GoPro or all that fancy stuff. When I get on here with you guys, I put you in my ring light. Like right now I'm holding you in my hand. I should have brought the ring light, but whatever. You know, when we point and shoot, I like to do raw in the moment. I'm sorry, my voice is going to be loud. I'm trying to talk loud because my boom mic picks up better, so I don't have to talk as loud. But with this wind a little bit, it's kind of died down right here for now. Knock on wood. I think we're getting up to the point. I don't know how many minutes we are. I got to flip the thing back around at me, but yeah, we're just going to try things out. Try to build the pedal collection. Probably here in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be building a pedal board out of some of my cedar and poplar that I've got laying around, and we're going to dye it a nice honey color, so very dark and light. It's going to look really good. I got to build another guitar rack because the 6er rack that I built last year, one spot's left and it's going to be full, so I need to build another guitar rack. So a bunch of different a bunch of different things I'm going to try to do for you guys this year, and try to make it entertaining, enlightening. So I just want to try a bunch of different things. I like to make stuff and I like to fix stuff. So if there's a problem, I'll try to take it apart and refix it. Or if there's something in my brain, I've got a little bit of wood left. It's not the best wood. It's kind of warped. So it's kind of perfect for trying to get it in a bunch of vice grips and channel locks and everything in between, and just try to press it down and let it sit for, you know, a couple of days, get it flatter. But yeah, so I just want to try to do a bunch of different stuff for you guys. You know, the journey of my music, we've already, I'll probably get into this in another video. But like I said, I'm writing this song, a railroad song. I kind of wanted to have, you know, that Waylon Jennings kind of feel, or David Allan Coe kind of feel, and then we kind of get into like a, you know, Zeppelin, Rush kind of feel. Then I'm working on another song that I kind of want to have like a, you know, Poison War, LA Guns, Whitesnake kind of feel. Because I'm not just strictly country. I grew up in the country, obviously cowboy hat, but I'm not just country. I like my hair metal. I don't listen to any new age people. I don't really like the music. It doesn't have the same kind of you know, vibe as it once had growing up. So, and maybe do something on my birthday. My birthday is March 27th, so it's going to be coming up here pretty soon. So maybe do something. Oh, we're getting up to the spot. Maybe do something, I don't know. Maybe do a birthday recording. Who knows? I don't know. I just wing it. I don't plan things. If something's in my head, I'm like, okay, point and shoot the camera, let's go. But other than that, I don't really, keep looking behind me. You know, I don't really plan. All right, so now we're getting to the spot where the other service yard was. So this is outside of town. We're about, we're almost about 8 miles out of town. Man, I forget what this place is called up here. It does grain and all of that. I can't remember the name of it. And I'm coming up to the no trespassing, but I don't care because I'm not doing anything illegal or wrong. But out here is where the other service yard used to be. Now, you can't really see nothing. There's a couple of pads out here. A part of my song as I'm writing is, I'll share that with you guys. I'm still in the middle of tweaking it. I'm trying to get out of the wind a little bit. Still in the middle of tweaking it. Looking behind me because I'm standing on the railroad tracks like an idiot. Here, let me step off here. I'm in the middle of writing it. I keep tweaking it. It doesn't sound right yet. But I just come out here to escape. I come out here for the quiet. It helps me think. I always bring my songbook with me. I'm in the middle of writing a couple other songs. I got one called Whiskey and Me, about my days of, you know, drinking and hell raising. But I also wanted to have like that 1800s feel to it as well. You know, I've got like a couple other railroad songs I'm writing. I'm going to be writing another one, but that's going to wait until we move back out west again, because that one is going to be about the, you know, the glory days. Just like the Illinois Central Railroad, the glory days of when men built this by hand, not by machines, and, you know, graded all this with pickaxes, and so I just want to capture those old days. To me, it's important about your history. I think that's why I get so worked up about this not being in American hands, that the Illinois Central Railroad is no more. There's the Illinois Central Railroad Museum, where, you know, where they've got some E units, some F units, which are my favorite trains besides steam trains. My great-grandfather, Sweetie, used to run steam trains, and he started running those. So, you know, I feel very connected to this, and I also wanted to do, you know, another one about the Transcontinental Railroad when we move back, because I want to go to some of those original locations. Sorry about the wind. I want to go to some of those original locations and, you know, figure out how to make a music video. I don't have a GoPro, so I don't know. Anyways, and I kind of want to do one with this song I'm writing. For this, I'm going to be coming back with you guys and going over my licks that I've got so far. We've got four good parts, and now I'm trying to figure out how to put those parts together. So I'm going to come back with you guys in another video probably before the week is out. Today is Tuesday, so I think today's March the 3rd, I think. Well, recording this? I think. Yeah, something like that. But anyways, it's Tuesday, it's March, beginning of March, and I figured I'd get out here before thunderstorms start hitting the night and before we get back, you know, in the 40s and 50s where I got to bundle up to get back out here and walk, which is going to be a soupy mess. But, needless to say, I just want to show these locations with you guys, you know, get you out to my spots that help me relax. So it's very important to me to get this right, and try to put the research in right. You know, put some actual facts in the song, but just let stuff roll off my brain and my heart too. So, because I don't want to make it too boring for people is the problem. And it's very hard writing your own songs. but some of them are very good. So, but anyways, we're out to the location that I was talking about, the other service yard, if the roundhouse was busy. I live down by the roundhouse, but I can't keep you on video and go there. We'll go there some other time. But this spot right here is the other spur line. So right here, see this man-made berm? You start going berm, 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 right there. All the way, you still see the telegraph poles. I know people call them telephone poles, but they're telegraph poles. So we'll keep walking this way. Then we'll walk back. What are we, 20 minutes already? I'm trying not to keep this long, but I'm on foot. So, and a portion of my song is I wrote about the stairs to nowhere. We'll get more in depth about that, but the stairs to nowhere are right here. Right there. I hate the camera because we're close as hell, but it shows that we're not. So let me step in here. It's a warmer day. All this thicket and brush. Gotta watch out for snakies. My boots are old and not as thick as they used to be, the leather. So believe me, if you've never been bit by a corn snake or a garden snake, or a snake that just won't, snake that won't kill you, still hurts like hell. Now you can see some of the deer tracks. So these are the stairs to nowhere. So what this was back in the day is that's your main line right here. This used to be another spur line. So trains would come up here. You see this pipe hanging out here, right there. It'd go underground, and right here is where the tower used to be, and they used to fill up the trains over here. That's what that's a part of. So there used to be a building on top of this berm. It was probably for all this, but there used to be a building up here. There's concrete up there. But here's the stairs that I'm talking about, the stairs to nowhere. Lord knows how old this wood is.